friends, I'm going to do a tutorial today to show you how to make the album that I made using the Conquest era kit in my last video. This time I'm going to use a different kit. It's also by Bible Journal Love, and this one is called Contagious Grace. And here's just a few pieces of that kit that I printed out. And here is a page that I've made, a collage page, using different items in the kit, papers and elements. And then I cut it into tags. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is get a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and do a couple of cuts. So first of all, we will cut a 7-inch strip all the way across, so 7 inches by 12 inches. And then with the remaining 5-inch strip, we will cut a 7-inch piece, and with the remaining 5 by 5-inch square, we will cut that down to 2 inches by 5 inches and 3 inches by 5 inches. Next, we will take our 7 by 12 inch piece and make a few scores. We will first score at 5.5 inches, then 5 3/4 inches, then 11 1/8, and the last score mark at 11 1/4. The first panel, which is scored at 5.5 inches, is going to be your front cover. Then we will attach the 5 by 7 that we cut out at the beginning onto the flap at the end of the 1/8 inch gusset. Now you want to take your 2 inch by 5 inch piece and your 3 inch by 5 inch piece for our pockets, and you can put a divot in the top if you want with a hole punch, and then those will be used on the right hand side. Okay, so now that we have the basic construction figured out, let's grab our new kit, the Contagious Grace kit papers, and start working with that. So we want to cut a 2 inch by 5 inch piece and a 3 inch by 5 inch piece for the pockets. And you can glue these pattern papers over top of the cardstock pieces that we cut earlier for the pockets. I glued first the backing paper, and then I glued the middle pocket just on the two sides, and lastly I glued the bottom pocket on the two sides and the bottom. Then I just stuck a couple of tags in here, and this section is complete. Next, I covered the center section just with one piece of pattern paper, and then I also cut a pocket for the bottom. I used a decorative punch for the top of the pocket and then just glued it on the two sides and the bottom, and I just put in one of the tags that I made earlier. That completes our center section. Now we'll work on the left-hand section on the pocket flip. So I want you to cut a piece of cardstock that's 5 inches by 11 inches and score it at 6.5 inches. And if you like, you can use a decorative punch on the short end. I folded the flap down and inked the edge a little bit and just put a piece of pattern paper just to cover the flap part. Then I cut 2 pieces of cardstock for pockets inside the flip, one at the bottom and a side loading pocket at the top, but really you could do any kind of pockets that you like here. I attached the flip to the left-hand side, and this is what it looks like with a couple of tags in it. Then I took a piece of coffee dyed paper and folded it in quarters and cut another piece of patterned paper from the kit to fit on the front of this fold. Just set this piece aside for a minute. We're going to use it in the next step. Now I'm just making a place to put this tuck that we just finished making. And if you fold over the right hand side of your folio, I decorated the the top and the bottom a little bit with a strip of pattern paper and made a belly band. So I just cut a strip of pattern paper, put a decorative edge on either side of it, and glued just a thin strip on the left and right side and put it about in the middle of the page. And this is what it looks like when the tuck is put into the belly band. And that completes that section. We're getting there. So next I just took a piece of pattern paper, actually 2 little pieces, and covered the front cover. And I just did the same thing on the back. Thanks for hanging in there with me, guys. So I just want to show you what the folio looks like now. This is basically undecorated, so we're going to do a little bit more decorating with it, but for now I just wanted to show the bare bones. So this is the front cover. It opens like this, and we made this flip, and there's a pocket in here, and there's a pocket in the side here. So there's that. And then on this side we made a belly band and decorated the back of that. And here's the little tuck that we've made, and it opens up like this and then folds down like this, and that just tucks in there. And then we open up again, and this is just a pocket in the middle here that we made, and 2 pockets on this side. There's one there and there's one there, and we fold it up, and there's our back cover. And now we'll get on to decorating. Okay, I did a little bit of decorating on the folio that we've been working on. So here's the cover. I made this part digitally and then added some coffee dyed paper and another strip just of the pattern paper and one of the garland girls in the kit. Inside I just embellished a little bit on the pocket here, put a couple of tags in here and put one of the garland girls on there as well. Some more tags in here. It's making elements from the kit. This is the tag from the collage that I was doing before. Here's just a little mini file folder that I made. Here's our belly band decorated, and I just have a journaling card here along with our coffee dye flip thing that I made. And if we open this up, here's a little bit of embellishment on the center pocket, some more tags. And on this side we just did a little bit of embellishment here and put a few tags in each of the pockets here. So just a little girl there, and on the back I just did a little label and our little girl. So we're not done yet. We're going to add signatures next. Okay, I'm just going to put my signatures in now. So I'm using crochet thread, and I've got a very old awl here to punch the holes, and I've got a long needle with a big eye with some crochet thread about twice the length of your book. So what I need to do is, first of all, I have an old phone book here which works really great for this. I line up the crease of these, and the signatures are just some paper that I printed from the kit, and I folded them in half. So I just fold them, and then I punch 3 holes. So I do one about an inch from the top, one about an inch from the bottom, and one in the center. I don't measure, it's just eyeballing. And then I take my book and line up the holes. You can see how there's that gusset there, so just put your line in the center of that gusset there, and the center of the gusset here, and about the same distance top and bottom in between, and then just push again. You can push here this time. Push, push, and push. And then you've got 3 holes in there. So then you take your thread, and there's different ways to do it. This is how I do it. I go through the center first, and through the center in the gusset, and just leave a tail there, and then come up through the bottom or the top, doesn't really matter. This is so easy. I used to avoid this because I thought it was so difficult, but it's so easy to do. And then up through the top and through the gusset again. And then last time just through the gusset into the center. Just have to find the hole there and pull it up, and then just pull it off the needle, and then I just kind of pull them apart a little bit to tighten them. I make sure that one string is on either side of the tight string in the middle, and then I usually tie 3 knots just to make sure it's really secure. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we can just trim off those edges, and the signature is sewn in, and I've already sewed in the other one here. Okay, so here's our final book. You've seen most of this already. This is the cover. I'll just quickly flip it open here, and then we'll go through it in a little more detail. And so that's how the flip goes. So flip open. Again, we've got our flip up pocket with tags in a pocket there, tags in a pocket here. Here's the signature that we just finished sewing in. So I'll just flip through these digital pages quick. So I'm going to put, this book is all about grace, so I'm going to put some scripture that has grace, is about grace, and I'm going to put some lyrics for grace songs and just some meditations on grace in this book. So there's that signature. And then here's the flip over, and again there's just a journaling card that I put one of the Garland girls on. This flips open like this and then down, so I can put some extra journaling there, or I probably will find some things on the internet and print them out and just insert those into there. And we just stick that back into the belly band. And here's our center pocket and a couple of tags in there as well. One of the Garland girls, and this is the collage sheet that we made earlier and cut into tags. And here's the other signature on the, so this signature is on the 1/4 inch gusset, and this signature is sewn into the 1/8 inch gusset that we made at the beginning. So here's some more digital papers, again for some of the notes and journaling. Just beautiful, the Garland girls. Oh, I see I have the same girl there. Florals, butterflies, beautiful scriptures, and just room for journaling, butterflies, grace upon grace. And then at the back we have our double stacked pocket. So again, that's for our journaling cards in there. That's just another one I made from the collage kit, and these ones I printed on parchment cardstock so that the back is not white. I like it a little bit muted, and actually it really prints beautifully on the parchment. It takes the brightness down a little bit, which I like. And that's it. And then there's the back and my little label. And again, this is all from the Bible Journal Love Etsy shop, a digital kit called Contagious Grace. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again.